What's happening, y'all? Swing trade setup Sunday. Just like every week, I'm gonna go over the overall market. I'm gonna show y'all the swing trade setup that I did last week, and I'm gonna give y'all the best swing trade plays for the upcoming week. So, without further ado, man, let me jump right into it. So, I'm gonna get into first. We're gonna look at the play that I called last week. Now, I usually try to have multiple, but last week I only had one of them. So last week, let me go ahead and press the play button so y'all can see what's happening. Where that page went. All right, so let me hit end of a downtrend. So it looked like last and that's when the hammer candle is the best trade. I did this swing trade too. It's best traded at the bottom of the downtrend. It's a reversal candle. So if it's a reversal candle at the bottom of a downtrend, hitting a line of support, and you also have your indicators as oversold. But also look at these Bollinger Bands. That's right here.
Talk to
You know what
him,
I'm saying?
Mike.
You got the Bollinger Band up here, but it literally bounced off of the Bollinger Band. Man, I couldn't really find nothing else, but I think that might be a good one. And there is some things that I'm not too fond.
That's enough.
So I did Coinbase last week. Let's pull out the chart. Let's see what Coinbase did after I made that call, right? So Coinbase. Let me make sure y'all can see this. No, y'all can't. All right. Coinbase. So I called it after the divergence. I want to say that might have been right here. Yeah, because I still got the line right there. So I called it right after the divergence, and I made a killing on the next day. And I got out. I was in that trade for one day, and I was in and out. So if you've watched my swing trade setup, Sunday swing trade setup, you see that I hit on every single trade that I ever called, every single swing trade. All of them haven't been long swing trades. A lot of them were best traded for a day or two. Usually for my swing trades, I like to at least get out a day or two later because I don't want the anxiety. If the market is really down a lot, then I could hold for a longer period of time, but my swing trades are usually a day or two. So let's look at the overall market, man. Let's see what it's looking like. So let me pull up the VIX, which is the volatility index. Make sure y'all see what I'm looking at. And I promise y'all I'm gonna get this on their schedule, man. I've been having a lot going on, trying to find a big time so y'all know when exactly to you know what I'm saying, catch these lives. But you know what I'm saying, even if you don't catch me live, you can always record or rewind them back and watch them for the educational purposes. But so the volatility index, we're gonna go to year to date. The volatility index is low. So if you know, the volatility index is inverse, right? So when the volatility index was all the way up here, that means the stock market was down. The volatility index is low, so that means the stock market is going up. It does look like it could be trying to go up, so pay attention to that, but so far it's down, so it looks like the trend is going down. So let me look at the total market on the chart real quick. VTI. I'm gonna pull up VTI, the total market index. Let me make sure y'all can see this. So VTI is the total stock market. Every stock in the stock market is included in VTI, right? So if you're looking at VTI, on the RSI, we're near oversold territory, but we got, according to the Bollinger Band, we got room to go up. On the stochastic, we came down a little bit. We got room to go up, but the overall trend is in the upward direction. So you don't fight the trend unless the trend changes. Right now, we close to that upper end of the Bollinger Band, but as you can see, we've been up that way, and it's still trending in the upward direction. So based on the volatility index and looking at the chart on VTI, so far we feeling like the stock market is going up. So if y'all been watching me, you know what I'm going for next. And let me go ahead and pull that up. All right, so next, I'm looking at fear and greed index. So you know the fear and greed index, we like to get greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. We're currently fearful. Can't tell you why the market been going up like crazy. I don't know who's scared out here. I don't get it. Unless they just feel like the market is going up so much that it has to retrace, it has to come back. But the fear and greed index is telling us that we are fearful. So looking at the whole picture, we're expecting the market to go up, right? So since that's what we're expecting, I got a couple plays and I'm gonna pull out the chart on them now. I'm gonna go from least favorite, and I don't know if I have a favorite, but I'm gonna start from my least favorite. So let me pull out the chart. I got MU, right? Yeah. MU Micron Technology. Let me make sure y'all can see this. All right, so let me pull out the chart. MU Micron Technology. All right. If you've been watching, I hope you can see why I like this, right? So this line that I got in the chart drawn across, that is a nice level of support. If you look way back here, it went up to that level, it didn't test it. It went up to that level, it came back down. Once it broke that level, right here, it came back down to it. In the last 2 days, it came back down to that level, showing that it respects that level, right? But on top of that, let me go back to the chart. On top of that, nah, that's not the one. Y'all forgive me. I got so much stuff pulled up that it's hard to see sometimes. Um, all right, so on top of that, we got this divergence. Let me make sure y'all can see this. All right, so let me go back to the chart. So on top of that, we got this divergence. If you look, we got higher lows on the stock and we have lower lows on the indicator. If y'all notice, every single trade on here that I mentioned has this same criteria, right? Higher highs on the stock, lower lows on the indicator. You know what I'm saying? So if you haven't watched any of my videos or if you don't know what a divergence is, um, let me show y'all now. Yeah, Coinbase play made me a lot of money last week, y'all. All right. So let me pull this up so y'all can see what's happening. All right, so divergence. A divergence, let me make sure y'all see what I see. So a divergence is the stock could be making lower lows when the indicator is making higher highs or whatever the case is, but it's basically the stock moving in a different direction than the indicator. So if the indicator is making lower lows and the stock is making higher highs, or the stock is making lower lows and the indicator is making higher highs, right? That is a divergence. On a swing trade, you want to look at the daily chart That's the best chart to look for your divergence, right? So if we go back to the chart, let me make sure y'all can see this. So if we go back to the chart, I want y'all to verify, you know what I'm saying, that this is a divergence, right? So we're at a level of support. We got the divergence. And on top of that, hold on, make sure y'all can see me. So pull the chart back up. So we're at a level of support. We got the divergence. The stochastic oscillator is oversold, and the RSI is oversold according to the Bollinger Band down here. It's not oversold because oversold would be all the way down here, but I add the Bollinger Bands onto the RSI to give me hidden oversold levels, and we're oversold. So that's a real nice setup. I'm looking for this. Sometimes my swing trades don't hit until the second day of the trade, but I got a feeling this one is going to hit Monday morning tomorrow. All right, so that's a good one. I got another possibility. You know what I'm saying? I want to give y'all options, and then you decide. You decide for yourself. But I try to only give you things that I feel like is most likely gonna hit. And so far as y'all could tell, I ain't missed yet. So let me pull up. Come on. All right, let me make sure y'all can see this. All right, so that's one stock. Now we got Procter and Gamble. Let me make sure y'all see what I see. All right, so we got Procter and Gamble. Where's the charts? My bad, y'all. About to pull the chart back out right now. As soon as I could find it. All right, I got something for y'all. All right, so Procter and Gamble. So on Procter and Gamble, y'all gonna see why I like this one. I like this one a lot because this one meets all of my criteria for a swing trade. Right, so we got higher lows on the stock. We got lower lows on the indicator. Plus, we're oversold. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about us being oversold. We are oversold. Below the oversold line. We can't get more oversold than that. All right. And also lower lows on the RSI. Lower lows on the stochastic. Let me get this out the way. Stochastic. So we got lower lows on the RSI, lower lows on the stochastic, and we got a divergence on Procter and Gamble. But I also like Procter and Gamble because of us being at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, right? Now, we're not actually touching the Bollinger Band, and sometimes the stock can go outside of the Bollinger Band. As you can see over here with this big red bearish candle, the stock can go outside of the Bollinger Band, but in most cases, it stays within the Bollinger Band. So this is a pretty good swing trade. I'm real confident that Procter and Gamble is going to hit next week. If not Monday, definitely Tuesday. You could get in the trade Monday and hold till, Wednesday morning or whatever, but Procter and Gamble looks good. I usually like to look at the financials. Procter and Gamble, I know, is a solid company, so I ain't really tripping on Procter and Gamble. But Procter and Gamble has a divergence at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. Procter and Gamble look like a good swing trade, right? Procter and Gamble. All right, I got two more. Now this next one is going to require you to have a little bit of money, but the setup is perfect. And this is another profitable company. I don't got to look at their financials to know that they are making money. So let me make sure y'all can see this with me. All right. So now we got Costco. Now we got Costco, and y'all gonna see why I love Costco for the swing trade. Right now, Costco is at 850 a share, so it's gonna take a little big bank to do this swing trade, but this might be my favorite for the week coming up. Reason why I like it, this moving average right here, which is this blue or turquoise line that you see right there, that moving average has been playing as a level of support. You see the wick coming down from that candle, it came down to that moving average and bounced up. Once again, came down from that moving average and bounced up. And it did it again. Third touch of support is always a good entry for a trade, right? But there's more reasons why I like Costco. So let me go back to the chart. This chart keep disappearing on me. All right, so let me go back to the chart. And on Costco, if you look, the stochastic is not completely oversold, but it's down in that direction. But the RSI also is not oversold. It looked closer to overbought, but according to the Bollinger Band, is pretty much oversold. So if y'all can see, man, that Bollinger Band on the RSI is like a hidden gem. Gotta use it. I don't hear too much people talking about it, but you gotta use it. And if you know, one of my favorite things, y'all most likely won't see me talk about a swing trade if it doesn't have this divergence. Every episode, y'all see me find a divergence, and I always run them back. You always gonna see me talking about a divergence, right? The stock is making higher highs. Dang, come on. Stock is making higher highs. The indicator is making lower lows. Plus, we're oversold at a third level of support on a company that's making big money. Can't lose with Costco. Can't lose with Costco next week. If you got big bank and you got money for that 800, 850 a share, you know what I'm saying? Get 2, 3 shares and let it ride for a day or two. But I got one more for next week. This the kingpin of the stock market lately. Now, this one, it may not be ripe for a swing trade right away, but keep your eyes on it. This might take a day or two. You might want to wait till Tuesday for this one. But it's setting up perfectly. And if you hit it at the right time, this is going to be great returns. So I'm seeing a divergence on the big homie in the stock market, right? Nvidia is showing a nice divergence. So let me show you why I like Nvidia for a swing trade. All right, so down here on the RSI, according to the Bollinger Band, close to oversold. We got more room. If you look at a couple of days ago, it came outside of the Bollinger Band. So we got room. It's not really touching it. It's not outside. We could come down tomorrow. We're also in between this little area of support and resistance. You know what I'm saying? It basically traded within a nice support and resistance level. But for the past 3 days, it showed the same level of support. I want y'all to really look at that. So the past 3 days, let me see what y'all can see. So if y'all look on this purple line, the past 3 days, 1, 2, 3, it has touched that same level of support. That level of support is holding up, and I don't think Nvidia is going to go through that level of support. Right? So we got a third touch 3 days in a row off of the same level of support. We got oversold according to the Bollinger Band on the RSI and real close to oversold on the stochastic. But I haven't mentioned something yet, and I'm pretty sure you know what that is, right? I find it on every swing trade that I like. I don't think I've showed y'all a swing trade without it so far. I've done swing trades without divergence, but I don't think I've showed y'all one without yet. So we got, and I would say this is the best divergence. I would say the divergence is probably the least favorite reason why I'm trading Nvidia, because I feel like we kind of late on the divergence play for Nvidia, to be honest. Because it don't look like a perfect, you know what I'm saying? You want to get away from trying to make stuff what you want it to be versus what it is. You know what I'm saying? You want to get out of that. Like make sure that it's exactly what it seems and not what you're hoping for it to be. Right? So you see Nvidia has a divergence, but it had already made a bounce. It already made a bounce from the divergence. You know what I'm saying? So it was a perfect divergence right here. Perfect divergence right here. And it hit that low and it bounced. So the next day or halfway through the day after that would have been the perfect time to get in, to get out of that trade. So I don't know if it's necessarily a divergence, but the RSI is close to oversold on, according to the Bollinger Band. We're at a level of support the same 3 days in a row. Nvidia has came down about, I don't know, that could be anywhere from about $10, and we're in a bull market, which means it's probably just loading up for a takeoff. So Nvidia is probably not the best setup, but probably going to be the most profitable. But I gave you options. I'm going to do one of these swing trades tomorrow, either hold till Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. But get out here and make this money, man. I'm giving you the setup every Sunday. I promise I will get a scheduled time. I'm going to put it on my YouTube banner once I come up with that time, but it's going to be a scheduled time every Sunday. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday and get this money tomorrow, man. And don't forget to like and subscribe.